It's time to hit reset. Not the snooze button reset, the crank it up, start fresh, go big reset. Dave's Killer Bread believes greatness starts with killer taste, killer nutrition, and now a shot to rock your reset for real. Kick off the new year with an epic sweepstakes. Enter for a chance to win VIP concert prize packs with round-trip airfare, luxury hotel stay, and much more. So reset your routine, reset your own soundtrack, reset your expectations. Enter and see full rules for the Rock Your Reset sweepstakes at daveskillerbread.com/reset.
This is Optimal Living Daily, 7 little habits that can change your life and how to form them, by Leo Babauta of zenhabits.net. And I'm your narrator, Justin Malik, the guy that reads blogs or articles to you every single day of the year, including weekends and holidays. And I appreciate you listening every single day. It really means a lot. We're going to get right to our next post as we optimize your life. 7 little habits that can change your life and how to form them, by Leo Babauta of zenhabits.net. Quote, "We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit." Aristotle. If you could just pick 1 or 2 or 7 habits to create in the next few months, habits that will have the most impact on your life, what would they be? I often get asked this question because people are overwhelmed when it comes to starting positive life changes. They ask me, what 1 or 2 habits should they start with? It's not an easy question. There are so many changes I've gone through, from quitting smoking to simplifying my life to reducing debt to many more. They've all seemed life-changing. They've all seemed important. But if I were to start again and had to pick 1 or 2, it'd be the 1 or 2 you're about to hear. The list that follows is in order of what I think I'd do the first 6 to 7 months of changing my life, but realize that every person is different. No one should follow my choices exactly. You've got to figure out what works for you. That said, if you follow this program and work on developing these habits, you'd probably do pretty well. Quote, "Men's natures are alike. It is their habits that separate them." Confucius. How to develop the habits. I've written a number of times about developing habits, but here are the basics. Do a 30-day challenge focusing on just 1 habit. Write it out on paper along with your motivations, obstacles, and strategies for overcoming them. Commit fully in a public way. Log your progress. Remain publicly accountable, report on your progress each day. Have support for when you falter, either in real life or online. Reward every little success. And if you fail, figure out what went wrong, plan for it, and try again. The 7 little habits that can change your life. Okay, so now you know how to form a habit, and remember, only do them 1 at a time, but you want to know the 7 little habits. Here they are in my order of preference, but yours may be different. Number 1, develop positive thinking. I put this first because I think it's the keystone habit that will help you form the other important habits. Sure, positive thinking by itself won't lead to success, but it certainly goes a long way to motivate you to do the other things required. I learned this when I quit smoking. When I allowed myself to think negative thoughts, I would end up failing. But when I learned how to squash negative thoughts and think positive ones instead, I succeeded. This discovery led to me practicing this over and over until I was able to form just about any habit I needed. It's been invaluable to me, and I think it could be to most people. Focus on this habit first, and you'll have a much easier time with any of the others. Start by becoming more aware of your negative self-talk. Do a little tally sheet throughout the day, marking a tally each time you notice a negative thought. Soon you'll recognize them, and you can squash them. Number 2, exercise. People who've been hearing me harp on about exercise might roll their eyes. Sure, exercise is healthy and all that, but how exactly is it life-changing? I'm glad you asked. It makes you feel better about yourself and more confident. That leads to better success with other positive changes. It reinforces the positive thinking habit. You need to think positive in order to sustain exercise. It relieves stress and gives you time to think. This leads to better mental well-being in your life overall. It helps with creativity. Don't ask me to prove it, except to say that my best ideas and brainstorming sessions come from when I exercise. Number 3, single tasking. The opposite of multitasking. You've heard me harp on about this one as well. Why is it life-changing? A couple powerful reasons. You'll be more effective with your tasks and get more done. It's hard to achieve important things if you're constantly switching tasks and distracted by other quote-unquote urgent things. You'll be less stressed overall and, in my experience, happier throughout your day. Number 4, focus on one goal. Just as focusing on one task at a time is more effective and focusing on one habit at a time is more effective, so is focusing on one goal at a time. While it might seem very difficult, focusing on one goal at a time is the most powerful way of achieving your goals. When you try to take on many goals at once, you're spreading thin your focus and energy, the two critical components for achieving a goal. What if you have 5 goals you want to achieve? Pick one to focus on first. Break it into a mini goal you can accomplish this month if it's a longer-term goal. Pick an action you can do today. Keep doing this until the goal is accomplished. Do an action every day, finish the mini goal, pick the next mini goal to work on. Then when your one goal is completed, focus on the next goal. Some goals are ongoing ones like blogging every day or exercising every day. In those cases, turn them into habits. Focus exclusively on turning the goal into a habit until the habit is ingrained. Then focus on the next goal. Number 5, eliminate the non-essential. First, identify the essential, the things in your life that are most important to you, that you love the most. Then eliminate everything else. This simplifies things and leaves you with the space to focus on the essential. This process works with anything, with your life in general, with work projects and tasks, with emails and other communication. This will change your life because it will help you to simplify, to focus on what's important, and to build the life you want. Number 6, kindness. Yes, kindness is a habit, and it can be cultivated. Focus on it every day for a month, and you'll see profound changes in your life. You'll feel better about yourself as a person. You'll see people react to you differently and treat you better over the long run. It's karma. How do you develop the kindness habit? First, make it a goal to do something kind for someone each day. At the beginning of the day, figure out what the kind act will be, and then do it during the day. Second, each time you interact with someone, try to be kind, be friendly, be compassionate. Third, try to go beyond small kindnesses to larger acts of compassion, volunteering to help those in need and taking the initiative to relieve suffering. And number 7, daily routine. It's so simple, but creating a daily routine for yourself can make a big difference in your life. The best routines I've found come at the start and end of the day, both your workday and your day in general. That means develop a routine for when you awake, for when you first start working, for when you finish your workday, and for the end of your evening. How will that change your life? It'll help you get a great start to your day and finish your day by preparing for the next day. It'll help you firmly root the productive habits you want to form in your everyday life. It'll help you focus on what's important, not just what comes up. It'll help you make sure you get done all the things you really want to make sure get done every day. And that can mean a lot. You just listened to the post titled 7 Little Habits That Can Change Your Life and How to Form Them by Leo Babauta of ZenHabits.net, and I'll be right back with my commentary.
At Sierra, discover top workout gear at incredible prices, which might lead to another discovery. Your headphones haven't been connected this whole time. Awkward. Discover top brands at unexpectedly low prices. Sierra, let's get moving.
Rinse knows that greatness takes time, but so does laundry. So Rinse will take your laundry and hand deliver it to your door expertly cleaned. And you can take the time pursuing your passions. Time once spent sorting and waiting, folding and queuing, now spent challenging and innovating and pushing your way to greatness. So pick up the Irish flute or those calligraphy pens or that daunting beef Wellington recipe card and leave the laundry to us. Rinse. It's time to be great.
Thank you to Leo. He has a great story of being an overweight smoker who completely turned his life around, so he definitely knows his way around habits. And I can definitely relate to the struggle of choosing where to start. I used to be an all or nothing guy. I remember trying to jump into big programs like P90X without any real habit built up. And it was just a recipe for disaster. I'd burn out and end up doing nothing after a little while. So I agree, focus on just one thing at a time. It reminds me of when I started tracking my finances back in 2010. I didn't try to change my entire financial strategy overnight. I just started by committing to tracking every penny. And that was actually a homework assignment for 1 week. Years later, it's just a part of who I am. His first habit recommendation is positive thinking, and I think that's really important, but definitely easier said than done. For me, it's what he said. It starts with awareness, catching those negative thoughts in the act. That's where meditation has been huge. It creates that tiny gap between a thought and my reaction. But another simpler trick is gratitude. I don't write it down anymore, but just thinking of 3 good things before I fall asleep helps shift my mindset. And then last, I'm probably preaching to the choir since you're listening to this show, but don't forget about what you consume. I noticed when I listened too much to true crime, for example, I became way more suspicious of everyone. Curating your podcasts and TV to include more positivity can make a real difference. It really is all about baby steps. They add up more than you think. So take that small step today. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you for being here. And I'll see you tomorrow where your optimal life awaits.